Hey, what's up, guys? Back out with the HellCop Project. This is part two. Just going to run through some of the small additions that we've done so far and trying to break it up. I don't want to make these videos too long. So our actual Pursuit HellCop badges have come in. I haven't put the other ones on the car yet. These are available at dodgepursuit.com. I believe this one was $15. Come as a pair. And the ones that are going to be on the car we haven't added yet will be for $60 for the set. And this was in my last video, I just didn't mention it. It's a Relentless Defender brand name, blue line Spartan plate. Not sure they make those anymore. I've been running the same plate for the last couple cars. I went ahead and changed out the headlights. One of the first things that bothers me every time I get another Pursuit is the cloudy headlights. So we changed those for $5.50 for the pair. We have a double halo. We'll turn that on in a bit. Still going to do the fog lights. I priced them out, $100 for the kit, another $100, $95 for the switch that's to go in the car, $50 used on eBay. So we'll get around to that. And then swap the marker lights out. Going to be smoke LED. These are Diode Dynamics brand name, $200 for the set. You can get them cheaper on Amazon, $30, $50, but I've had the cheaper ones. They went out, or one went out, or two went out at some point. So I figured I'd try the actual brand name this time and see what happens. We've already swapped the tail lights out. Rear diffuser, $140 for the diffuser on Amazon. Adds a bit of flavor to the car without having to change the entire bumper. I'm probably going to change the bumper anyway, just because it has dents in it, and having to repair the dents and paint it or whatever is like $500 to $700. So at that point, might as well just get the vented bumper. But if that's not something you care about, $140 just for the diffuser. Exhaust tips, the ones I'm looking at, are $200 for the pair. But we're probably going to be going with a full exhaust system on this car, so haven't bothered with that just yet. WeatherTech rain guards, $120 for the set. Easy to put on yourself. The marker lights are actually easy to do yourself too. Just have to get behind it in the wheel wells, 2 screws, disconnect the wire, reconnect the wire, put the 2 screws back in. If you have the 11 to 14 generation, they just pop out. I put a rag over my knife and just pop them right out and pop the new ones in. They're much less of a pain in the older generation. We're going to cut the lights on. So, full LED. The double halo. The running lights. The headlight bulbs are AUX beam, AUX beam. The F16 bulbs I normally use are $50 for the pair. These are the GX series. They're 25,000 lumens, which is about twice as bright as factory. Have a nice clean cutoff, but they need to be adjusted. I just haven't got around to actually adjusting them yet. Replace the tail lights. I'm going to find that trunk section on eBay for $225 as opposed to $700 for a brand new one. Now, I generally try to avoid things that are reflective, but for the purpose of being on the side of the road or anything like that, we added reflective tape to the trunk and the doors. So I'm going to show you what that looks like open. So I added them to 2 areas of the door. You can see with the door wide open, partially open, with the trunk open. It was about $20 for an entire pack of those. Now for the door lighting and trunk lighting, switch those out to LED to red. The regular bulbs get hot, LEDs don't. These bulbs were $5 each at superbrightleds.com. That's easy to just pop out, change the bulb, pop it back in. It's the exact same bulb for the doors as well as the trunk. Now in the car, I actually cannot find the bulb for that. At least not one other than just a replacement factory one. So we just used red tape, clear red tape. If anybody knows where I can actually get a red LED bulb for the floor on both sides, put that in the comments. Now here's the actual dome light in the car. If you've ever taken apart the factory one that comes in the car, it has, I want to say it was one white halogen bulb or incandescent bulb and like 8 red ones. This upgraded one has a dozen in both colors, all LED. I don't know if they still make this anymore because I bought this years ago on covertlights.com. Something else simple I did, steering wheel trim, about $20 for the set on Amazon, because the chrome here was cracking. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces for $20 in carbon fiber. It's a good look. Rotary start button cover. It's a cool concept. It says it's to protect the start button, like the start button needs protection, but yeah, I like it. Of course, that's just a 3D sticker. .4 screen. We upgraded this from the 4.3. It's I've been quoted $1,500 from a couple places. I followed a friend's lead and bought that screen used on eBay for $500. Had a friend put it in for $30. Now to the fun stuff. This is going to be the Z Automotive Taser. So you can see it is actually still in the box, or rather it's back in the box. And unlocking the features in the car that are in the factory system. It doesn't require the taser to actually stay plugged into the car. Also added the roar, and that's in the car. Let me check that out. Alright, so we'll see if the car's been off long enough that it actually shows on the screen. We use the Z Automotive Taser to activate the SRT settings in the factory computer. Yep. So it's set in the SRT, and then we have the pedal commander plugged in. The tape that came with it is crap, so I've tried taping it to several different surfaces, and it fell off of each thing. So I'm gonna get some actual proper 3M tape. I've got it in Eco now. I'll put it in normal. Now what I'm going to try to do is give it a few revs in each mode. So right now it's on normal. I'm going to try to rev it 3 times exactly the same, and then I'm going to floor it. That's normal. Eco. And let's do a race. Noticeable difference. Now, I've actually driven it. It's definitely a noticeable difference. It's a lot more sensitive in race. It's more sensitive in Sport Plus. It's not nearly as sensitive in Eco and saving fuel. So what I'm going to do next is try to get some 0 to 60 times in each mode, or at least in normal, Eco, and race. This doesn't add more horsepower or torque, but for the $200 or $300 it costs, it definitely gives it more of a sporty feel. When it's in race, it's definitely more sensitive. It's more responsive. So just out of curiosity, we're gonna find out if it makes any difference in the 0 to 60 times. Stay tuned to find out.